Hi, welcome to How to Shoot a Basketball, and today we are going to rethink dipping the basketball, right? In watching explanations of dipping, or what I've been taught, or even trying to filter through my own thoughts on dipping the basketball, I do not think it's a bad thing. I think that there's a more efficient way to do it. And I think the way that we start to think about it is, instead of dipping the ball, we really focus on the body, right? Focusing on how we start to drop to the floor, get balanced, and move the ball in a way that's going to allow us to take advantage of this dipping or dropping of the body, okay? So I think traditionally, right, from what I see, is that dipping is taught in a way that kind of leaves almost chest to the floor. So we bend here, and this ball drops with us. This angle becomes undone a bit, and then we bring everything up, not necessarily at the same time, but there's a lot of movement. The posture has to come back into shape. The ball has to kind of go backwards to get back to that angle, which we can do something with it, kind of close to that 90-ish degree angle that, a lot of us teach with. So to me, there's just a lot that's happening that doesn't need to be there. And I think that we can start to do this by teaching the movement of the drop more, right? And learning to get under the ball. Now, under the ball, meaning I need to get the body to a point where I can get under it and take advantage of this extra kind of maybe leverage that I'm creating, but do so in a way where I'm not creating stoppage, right? I'm not trying to lead the ball there as the body's going down. I need to be very aware of, as I may lead with a small drop down with my butt here, which you'll see, that does not necessarily mean that the ball is going up at the same exact time, okay? So this is what I mean here. Traditional dip, maybe more so, we're here, we drop the ball down, our chest goes down, and then we kind of come back into this space as the ball makes its way up. Doable, but maybe more movement than we necessarily need. My thinking on this, and what I've been doing with a lot of youngsters especially because I don't want them to fall into bad habits from a standpoint of what's happening from the waist up, is instead of leading this way and dropping the ball, from the waist up, I encourage almost being like a statue and dropping those hips more to this point where I can drop my hips back, but I can maintain the posture that I have here, right? So if I really focus on just dropping the hips back here, but keeping this ball still, I can start to really engage my bottom half, my glutes, all this kind of good stuff happening here, while not sacrificing the angle that I've already worked to establish here at my one position. So my chest just stays up, my chin stays up, my hips drop down here, and then from here, now I can start that movement under the basketball. So now I'm actually going to be taking advantage of, one, this ball moving on that same straight line that it normally moves on should I be closer to the basket, and two, me being a bit lower is going to give me more power in terms of what I'm able to attach underneath that basketball. The big thing here is, again, coming back to this idea of, can you be a statue from the waist up and sink the hips straight down versus everything toppling forward, because that's going to allow you to keep your verticality. It's going to allow you to not have to get out of the way of the basketball and really allow you to start to move that ball in a nice straight line all the way through the shot.